Winning the bid for the 2016 Olympics
Rio de Janeiro
was something all Brazilians could celebrate. But winning the construction bids to build the vast Olympics infrastructure is proving profitable for just a small number of Brazilian construction companies.
We are moving from a very complicated phase.
Mauricio Cruz Lopez is the man responsible for the enormous new Olympic village known as Ilha Pura.
Is that a lot of pressure? A lot of pressure. Our company is specialized in a lot of pressure projects.
That company, called Odebrecht, is Latin America's biggest builder and has partnered with a local developer to finance these 7 giant condominiums. There are 7,000 workers on site today. During the Olympic Games, 18,000 athletes will stay here. And then, 6 months later, Odebrecht intends to sell these 3,500 apartments to wealthy Rio families for as much as $800,000 each.
We have a lot of people buying this kind of apartment, so it was possible to make a private business here.
But privately owned Odebrecht has more often relied on public money to build in Brazil. Everything from ports to roads, oil platforms to sports arenas.
The opening ceremony for the Rio Olympics will take place behind me in the Maracanã Stadium, which cost around $500 million to renovate for this year's World Cup. Much of that money went to Odebrecht, the contractor, but at a company that's generating around $40 billion in annual revenues, these high-profile projects may be more about generating positive PR than they are about profit.
Across town, the company leads a joint venture that's digging the city's new subway line. It's exactly the kind of complex infrastructure project that, with public financing, has pushed up Odebrecht's profits.
How important are government contracts when it comes to construction and infrastructure?
It's very, very important. Actually, they are mainly builders for the state, for different levels of the state.
For firms like Odebrecht, the Brazilian state has become a highly valued customer. And consequently, political campaign contributions have become a valuable business tool. A 2014 study found that for every Brazilian real construction firms spent on an earlier congressional election, they won up to 39 reals in government contracts when candidates they backed from the ruling party succeeded. During the 2010 election cycle, contributions from construction firms like Odebrecht topped $15 million. According to this election's most recent figures, which are now almost 7 weeks out of date, Odebrecht and its subsidiaries have donated to both presidential candidates, $3.3 million in total.
If any of the candidates win the election, they will have to continue to invest in infrastructure. And the game with the builders won't be different.
Soaring public costs and spending on World Cup stadiums provoked popular protests that began last year, before the economy began dipping into recession. And since economic growth will hardly get faster, higher, stronger here anytime soon, this weekend's winning presidential candidate may ponder more privately financed projects like Ilha Pura in the hope they prove a bit more popular.